What's the formula for successful shoe business? Well, just ask entrepreneur Calleen Cordero her opinion.
When I work with my clientele, and I work with them personally, is that we sit down and we take a look at their business and we take a look at who their customer is, and then I look at my product and go, well, gosh, let's do something really special for you. So I'll take a certain style and put a special leather in, create a different color sole, and maybe some different artwork. And what happens is that you get something in your store that is absolutely unique to your store, which is pretty much unheard of today.
Calleen paid for her first expensive pair of boots that she retrieved after 7 months of layaway.
I loved shoes so much, and I'd come home at night and I would lay in my bed and I'd have my Robe-Clergeries there, and I would just look at them at every angle. And I'm so fascinated by the balance and the architecture of footwear, and especially the way the shoes were made back then. It's a lot different than they are now, and that's something that I want to create is that architecture for footwear and something that's really unique and original.
Calleen Cordero began her business in her windowless basement and reflects on the struggle.
I quit the corporate job, and I ended up selling my cars. I rented out, got rid of my home, refinanced my house, downscaled my whole financial overhead. I rented out my house, the bottom part of my house, and I said, I'm going to do this. And so I ended up getting some money and finding a little factory here that believed in me after trying to go to quite a few different people. And I said, I have to finance this because it's expensive for me to make these shoes that I'm looking to make. Even just a size run, it was going to be, like $4,000 or $5,000. So I said to myself, I'm going to do it.
Every studded belt, boot, shoe, and handbag are made in her factory in North Hollywood, California.
It's extremely labor intensive. The woods come from planks of wood that we laminate together, that we hand cut, and we freehand and sculpt all of our woods. Most woods out there are put on a spindle and mass produced, and you'll never see anything that original with wood bottoms. But what we do is, we really create art. My shoes are expensive. I want to make sure that they are so interesting that the bottoms and the uppers have to be so special that it's an extraordinary product. And the artwork on my shoes is all done by freehand. So you'll see other stud work out there, but it's not like what we do. We also use real materials. I use real solid brass and solid nickel. We take the material, we put it in chemicals, we blowtorch it, we cook it, we age it, so we kind of patina it, and then it's all put into the leather by freehand. So certain shoes could take up to an hour, 2 hours to do one pair.
Calleen opened a store of her own on Beverly Boulevard in Los Angeles.
I opened my retail store because I wanted to put a face to my company, and I felt that it was time.
The new store was handmade, just like the shoes, handbags, and belts displayed there.
It's a beautiful store. It was all handmade, just like my shoes. Alway Viskadijk. He's an amazing designer. He's done Chaya restaurants, and he's a good long-term friend. We bought a mahogany tree and planed it, and so all the wood in the store is exactly the same planed mahogany that's all been hand-waxed, and he did everything by scratch. It's a gorgeous store.
Calleen sees Los Angeles as being less conservative, its fashion sexier and more body-conscious, and becoming a global influence. Calleen Cordero is in fine stores throughout the United States, Europe, Asia, and the Middle East.
My long-term business goal is to create a brand that has many aspects to it, and I feel really proud of myself that we have successfully created a brand worldwide.
This year, her projected sales will be in excess of $4 million.
I've been through the business. I've done corporate sales for some major companies. I've seen the way the industry's changed. I see the way everybody just wants to go to places in different countries to save money, in China and Thailand, and that's fine for those people, but I really want to have a lot of integrity, and I want to do something really, really special. And I think I'm doing it.